Hello, everyone. Welcome to Google Cloud Next 2021 and our session on data analytics strategy and roadmap. I'm Debanjan Saha, GM of Data Analytics at Google Cloud. I'm joined today by Sudhir Hasbe, Senior Director, Product Management for Data Analytics. Together, we are going to take you through our strategy and our roadmap, what we have been doing this year, and also what we are going to announce. So, one of the most interesting things in my job is that I get to talk to a lot of very interesting customers about what they are doing. And these are customers in various different industries, customers in various different geographies, customers large and small. And they tell me about what's top of mind for them. What is their plan for their digital transformation and how they are going to use data to create value. Of course, on that journey, there are also a lot of challenges. And broadly speaking, I hear about three types of challenges. Number one, how do they break down silos? There are many products, their data is scattered around many places. Before you can analyze that data, it is important to have access to them. And that's why breaking down the silos is really, really important. Of course, once you break down the silos, you also have to think about how to manage and govern that data. Second is more of a technology transformation issue. Data analytics used to be about looking back. What happened to my business last month, or last week, or yesterday? Now it is changing. People are now more interested in predicting the future, looking around the corner. Tell me how the demand pattern of my product is going to evolve over the next week or the next month. How do I manage my inventory so that I can be just in time for that to satisfy that demand pattern? So it is more about predictive analytics. And it's also not just about observation and analysis, it's about taking action and taking action in real time, calling an API, for example, to do things which actually is going to move the business. Now, the third is about culture. In order to build a data driven enterprise, you need to empower everybody to have access to data and insight, not just a few. So it is important to democratize data and insight. Now, how are we thinking about this? Now, if you think about breaking down the silos, one way to do that is to use BigQuery, for example. BigQuery is good at creating an open platform so that it can access the data not only in BigQuery, but also in open data lake running in Google Cloud. Now, more recently, we have expanded that capability so that BigQuery can also access and analyze data in other clouds like AWS and Azure. Now that's about data. What about various different types of actions that people take on that data? Various different types of analysis that they do. Some use SQL to run queries. Some do searches. Some are running machine learning models. With our new Dataplex product, we are going to bring all of this together in a single analytics console that all of these different functions can be used from one place. Breaking down the silos both in terms of where data is and bringing them together and using all the analytics tool that you need from one place is really one way of moving the ball forward. Now let's talk about real-time and predictive analytics. What we are doing in real-time and predictive analytics is to access various different data sources. For example, it could be event streams coming from IoT devices. It could be log streams coming from various different applications that you have. It could be, for example, financial transactions team coming from various different financial systems. And there could be, for example, change data capture stream coming from various different databases. And all of these events and streams come in real time over PubSub and Dataflow and show up in BigQuery also in real time. And once it is in BigQuery, you can either use, for example, Looker or Data Studio in order to create real time dashboard and see how things are progressing. Or you can integrate that with Vertex AI and create predictive models that you can train, you can deploy, and you can activate, right? All of this together in one system and one platform, which you often call Data Cloud. Now let's talk about democratization. Now, as I mentioned, If we give these powerful tools to data scientists, they will be really, really happy and they are really, really productive. But every organization probably will have, a handful of data scientists. Now, if we expand that and make this available to data analysts, for example, there are a few more data analysts who will be able to use SQL queries in order to run various different predictive models. And we have done that with BigQuery ML. Now, what if we could expand the aperture of this? For example, use Data Studio for self service BI, or use, for example, spreadsheet like connected sheet in order to access the awesome power of BigQuery without having to know how to use SQL. Better yet, what if we could use natural language interface using data Q&A on top of BigQuery so that you don't need to know any specific tools or any specific language, just use natural language to query the data that you have access to. Or use AppSheet, for example, to build no code or low code application, custom application on top of the data infrastructure that we have. That's the power of democratizing. It not only empowers everyone in the organization, it essentially changes the culture and make the enterprises data driven enterprises because everyone is empowered to use data and insight. Now, there is another problem that we are also trying to address. How do you create value from the data that you have? It's good to have access to data. It's good to have powerful tools. It's good to have everybody empowered. But we also have to think about the use cases that we want to solve and how can you make those solutions easily available to everybody available. So, because of that, we have created various different design patterns. For example, things like anomaly detection, log analytics, pattern recognition, predictive analytics, etc. Now, what we have observed that these design patterns are applicable to various different use cases in various different industry segments. So, for example, anomaly detection, it can be used for fraud detection. It can also be used for network anomaly detection or identifying emerging security threats. Similarly, the other design patterns can be used in various different industry verticals to create these specific use case or solutions. And that's what we have created both design patterns and solutions so that people don't have to start from scratch and they can create value from their data a lot more quickly. Here are some examples of what our customers are doing. For example, UPS has transformed their logistics with precision forecasting. That saved them $400 million per year just in fuel cost. Carrefour, for example, have used real-time analytics and calling APIs 100 million times a month in order to have better shopping experience for their customers. Twitter modernized their business operation on our platform. Or HSBC protected data and operate with trust on our platform by using it for customer personalization. Now, thanks to these customers and thanks to all of you, people have taken notice. And if you look at Forrester's latest wave, they have recognized BigQuery as the leader, head and shoulder above anyone else in data warehouse. We have also been called out a leader in streaming analytics. With that, let me hand it over to Sudhir to take us through what we have been up to and a slew of exciting new announcements.
Thank you, Debanjan, and hello, everyone. At Google Cloud, we are focused on building an integrated data platform that provides you all the different capabilities from collecting large scale events in real time or in batch mode, processing this data and making it more valuable with both cloud native services as well as open source based services, cloud native services like Dataflow and PubSub, which have been built at Google scale for Google in past. You can also use different relational databases and non-relational databases in the portfolio for various use cases. You can analyze data with our leading product BigQuery, which is one of the largest cloud data warehouses that's available in the market. We have customers from few terabytes to hundreds of petabytes, and it allows you to go ahead and not just do regular analytics. It also has inbuilt machine learning. It provides a real-time platform which allows you to go ahead and do real-time ingestion of large-scale events. And we'll talk more about ability to go ahead and not just analyze data that's stored in BigQuery, but also in other lakes that may be available in GCP or in non-GCP environments. In addition to that, you can activate this data using machine learning and AI using our own platform products like Vertex AI, and also our partner products like Databricks and various other products like Data IQ and all. In addition to that, you can also empower, take this data and do various other things like building data applications using various BI tools and visualizing this and making better decisions within your organization. So this whole integrated platform is a big focus for us. Making sure all these services work together is a big area of focus for us. And one of the other areas that we're focusing a lot is making sure these services are accessible to different personas within the organization. So whether you're a data engineer, machine learning engineer, a data analyst, or a business user, we want to make sure you are able to go ahead and get value from data and innovate on top of our platform. And finally, to bring all of this together, we have introduced our intelligent data fabric with Dataplex, and I'm going to go talk more about it in my follow up later in the deck today. We have been busy. The team has been working hard. We have launched various different features and capabilities in this year, starting in Jan. And here's the whole list. I'm not going to go through all of it, but wanted to say there are a lot more things coming. The team is working hard on various other capabilities. And I wanted to highlight few of these. And as Debanjan said, breaking data silos is a big area of focus for us because and we want to unlock your data so that you can generate value out of it. So the first big announcement in this category for us is BigQuery Omni is going GA. We announced BigQuery Omni around 1.5 years back. We basically told you we are going to make it available on AWS and Azure, and we are announcing GA for both of those platforms at next this time. BigQuery Omni allows you to leverage your managed BigQuery service to analyze data when it's stored in other platforms like S3 and in Azure in blob storage or ADLS. It provides you a single pane of glass wherein you can see all your data at single place. What does that mean? If I have data stored in US data center in GCP, I may have data center in a different region, or whether it's on AWS or Azure. When you log in into BigQuery, you see all of that data with a single pane of glass. And this is important so that you don't create siloed data environments. You have a single data environment where you see everything. And when you analyze this data, we actually transition all the compute. So all the queries run where the data is. This reduces egress problems and it actually eliminates them. But more importantly, it also follows all the data residency rules that are required by your organizations. The second area that we are innovating on is cross-cloud analytics. We have a lot of use cases in organizations where the data around customers and users and ads and marketing may be sitting on GCP. There may be some operational systems that are running on AWS, and you need to mash them together to make better decisions. And Omni is going to allow you to do that. You'll be able to process the data in whatever is stored in AWS and then only pick whatever you want to move to GCP and then join it with the data in GCP and then in machine learning models on top of it and then move forward from there. So that cross-cloud analytics is a big area of focus for us. So breaking down the silos by providing that interoperability and connectivity across clouds is a big thing. The second phase to that is, okay, I have my data. It's distributed everywhere in data lakes, in data warehouses. How do I manage it? How do I govern it? How do I get this integrated experience around it? And so we're announcing GA for Dataplex, and Dataplex allows you to get this integrated analytics experience. So all your journeys, when you want to discover the data, then you want to organize it, you want to secure it, you want to analyze it, and you want to visualize it. All of that will be in a single pane of glass, single experience that you will be able to do all of these different tasks. It also has this intelligent data management capabilities. We will provide you with data quality service. We are going to allow you to go ahead and have various different tasks around data discovery. A lot of organizations have a lot of data sitting on their data lakes, and ability to automatically discover them, make it discoverable through the catalog, ingesting it in BigQuery, the metadata, so you can query that data from the data lake, or making it available in Hive Metastore so different engines work on it. All of that is going to be automated. And you will be able to define a common security model and policies on all of this data wherever it is stored. Super excited about Dataplex. And let's take that even further. With Analytics Hub, you will be able to take the data that's available now in your lake and in your warehouse and make it accessible to all the different organizations that you partner with or different teams within the organization. And we've heard a lot from our customers that it's not just about data availability or data sharing. So, Analytics Hub is actually an analytics exchange wherein you can share not just data, but machine learning models, insights, visualizations. All of it can be packaged and shared across organizations. Um, 2000 plus organizations or 2500 plus organizations already share data across organizations in BigQuery today. But this is going to take that capability to completely next level. In addition to the whole exchange capability where you can publish all of these assets and subscribe to them, we are also bringing a lot of Google data to help you with innovation on top of the data assets that you have. So things like Google Trends, it will allow you to go ahead and look at what's trending in which part of the world, and then you will be able to go ahead and make various different optimizations, whether it's inventory optimization or different kinds of optimizations. Moving on from breaking data silos to doing better predictive analytics and real-time analytics, the first big announcement is we are launching a serverless Spark service for all of you. Historically, we have provided Dataproc, which is an amazing service, deploys large-scale clusters. We have one of the largest Hadoop clusters and Spark clusters run on GCP. They use Dataproc, and with data, we're taking that service to the next level with the serverless Spark, where you don't have to worry about the underlying VM infrastructure or manageability of that. You just submit your jobs and the service basically executes it and gives you the results back. And all the infrastructure management is managed by us. The second thing that we are focused on is making Spark pervasive across our platform. We will enable you to go ahead and analyze data which is in BigQuery storage directly through the storage API from Spark. But we are also looking at UI and experience integration where you will have ability to write PySpark directly from the BigQuery UI. So this tight integration across the products is a big focus area, and you will see a lot more innovation in this space. Similarly, we are also integrating with our Vertex AI platform. So I'm super excited to announce Vertex AI Workbench Preview. And this is our managed notebooks capability. So similar to serverless Spark, this is serverless notebooks. You just have a notebook, you can connect it to any one of our analytical engines, whether it's BigQuery, whether it's Spark, or various other engines that run on the platform. Also, what's available from Google as well as our partners in the ecosystem that provide these capabilities. And with Vertex notebooks, one of the things we have focused on is better integration with BigQuery. So you will be able to see the data sets in BigQuery directly from the notebook. You'll be able to process them, analyze them, and then create a whole notebook out of it. We are going to extend it more with providing support for BigQuery ML and various other capabilities that BigQuery has in addition to analytics that you're running with SQL in the core data sets. And then along with that, you can run the whole end-to-end notebook workflows with Vertex AI in general. Switching gears from Vertex AI and notebooks, I think one of our other big innovations has been BigQuery ML. I'm super passionate about making or democratizing machine learning and making it accessible to everybody in the organization and many organizations. We launched this capability 2, 3 years back where you could write 2 lines of SQL and create machine learning model. It's evolved a lot. We have 80+% of our top customers are using BigQuery ML now, and super excited about this. And so the next phase of this now is we are enabling explainable AI with BigQuery ML. So it tells you exactly why specific models are behaving in a specific way and all. The next thing is better, tighter integration with Vertex AI is a big priority. We talked about notebook integration, but we want to go ahead and have the full end-to-end machine learning model pipeline around with starting from BigQuery ML and ending in Vertex AI completely integrated. So all the BigQuery ML models that you create are going to be available in Vertex model registry. And you will be able to use Vertex AI for the full ML pipeline management and execution. And finally, we continue to innovate and add more models for your different use cases. I've seen amazing use cases with customer segmentation and better recommendations and package prediction algorithms that have been running in a specific way have been replaced with our Arima based model. So I'm just super excited about these all different models, and we will continue to deliver more and more for your use cases. Finally, the third area that Debanjan talked about was democratizing insights. It's another area of focus for Google Cloud. Um, in this, we are going GA with our BigQuery BI engine. We launched BigQuery BI engine with Data Studio 2 years back. Data Studio is an amazing product, completely tightly integrated with BigQuery. It's free. I highly recommend you taking a look at it. Many customers are using it already. But we wanted to extend this rich capability to all BI tools. And so today, with this GA, you will be able to use this capability out of the box with Looker. You can use it with Tableau, with Power BI, with Click. All different BI tools will work seamlessly. This provides like sub-second latency for a lot of queries that you need for where you have star schemas. So super excited about this GA for all of our users. The next area that we are focused on is extending more types of analytics and insights. Lot of organizations have tons of data being collected in form of machine data, which is semi-structured, unstructured in many cases. And in BigQuery, we want to make sure you can actually analyze all of this. And one of the specific use cases in machine data is it's a needle in the haystack problem. I want to find this one thing that may be across multiple columns or across the whole data set, and it's a petabyte scale data set. How do I find one nugget of information that I'm interested in? That's exact problem Big Search solves for you. In addition to providing that search index that allows you to easily find this data, we are also announcing availability of JSON data type as a native data type. So you can convert some of your semi-structured and unstructured data into some form of structure with JSON and do JSON processing out of the box in BigQuery. And finally, and most exciting part of next this time is we are taking our investments in geospatial analytics with maps and Earth Engine and bringing Earth Engine as an enterprise service in preview for all of our customers. Earth Engine allows you to do unstructured analytics on unstructured maps data. We have 50 plus petabytes of current and historical data layers that are available that you can use to do rich analysis. Like for use cases like sustainability, you'll be able to compare what was the state of a specific land a few years back versus now. What impact is are we having on Earth, and how can we improve what we are doing? All of those rich use cases will be lit up with Earth Engine capability that we'll be providing. And then you can take all that data that gets generated from that analysis and move that geospatial data into BigQuery and do more structured analysis out of it. So this combination of Earth Engine and BigQuery will be a game changer, enabling you to solve various different use cases as highlighted on the slide. We realize by ourselves Google Cloud is great, but we become even better with our partners. And we have various types of partners. Like there are tons of companies building their applications on top of BigQuery. We have tens of thousands of customers. All of these are already using BigQuery for various use cases. By building on top of BigQuery, you basically give them more value, and you get more value by all the information that's already stored in BigQuery for these organizations. There are various CDP companies like customer data platform companies like Bluecore Analytics that are building on top of us. Various security analytic companies like Shape Security is built on top of us, and similarly Palo Alto Networks and all. So a lot of examples of organizations building on top of BigQuery. And then we also focus a lot on our integration with our partner ecosystem. We make sure that BigQuery works really well with all the different products, whether it's Tableau, whether it is Stream, whether it is Power BI, whether it's ThoughtSpot, all of these different partner products. We basically are are improving the integrations with them on continuous basis. And finally, if you are interested in with taking your data and making it more accessible to other organizations, monetizing that, you should absolutely reach out to us for the partnership on the storage side, where we want to basically take this data and make it more accessible to various organizations. I announced a lot of various things. There's a lot of stuff happening in Google Cloud on the analytics side. I We have created a demo video of bringing all of these capabilities together so that you can see the whole experience end to end and how these products work together with each other. I also wanted to take the opportunity to highlight three other sessions that I would not miss if I was you at Google Cloud Next. First one is by Jonathan Keller talking about what's new in BigQuery. Second is Irina is going to share our new innovations in open and integrated data analytics platform. And third, everyone will be generating real time value with streaming analytics. With that, I want to thank every one of you by me as well as on behalf of Debanjan. Thank you for attending the session and listening to us, and looking forward to all the feedback from you. Thank you, everyone.